Welcome to the parallel session of the first Ocean Park International STEAM Education Conference. I'm Salome Ho, and it's my privilege to be your MC again in the afternoon. And our sub-theme here is the connecting students with school through STEAM, engaging students in learning. And we have received a lot of abstracts from all around the world, and we are very delighted to say that they are of very high standard. And the presenters have different expertise, and I am sure that this will be a very great opportunity to share some different perspectives on STEAM education. Before we get started, I would like to introduce to you the conference platform where you can use to raise questions to our presenters. So now we will have our first presenter to come up on stage to present to you the new education through Da Vinci in a junior high school at Kyoto, research presentation practices at STEAM education. Let us welcome Kazuma Honda, Kenji YANO, Yoshitaka SUGIMOTO, Yasushi TSUBOTA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. これ出ない。あ、いいですよ。OK です。OK です。OK。Thank you very much. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great honor and a privilege for all of us to be here today, and we really appreciate that we take part in this first international conference here. First, let me introduce our basic STEAM education concept. Nanyo Junior High School, our school, established last year, and practice of STEAM education has just started at the very first in Kyoto. In conjunction with the school's education principle, we have three school principles, which is global, science, and philosophy. And we introduced the special subject, Da Vinci, in which all the students handle their own exploratory research each semester. We have 3 semesters in a year, and do cross-curricular learning of science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And rather than learn each subject individually with the support of various subject teachers. And STEAM education at our school is mainly practiced in Da Vinci and also in other subject classes to realize project-based learning, which is PBL, and group discussion. And we also practice content language integrated learning, which is CLIL, and to foster the students' language abilities. The purpose of Da Vinci is to foster the students' basic learning skills and curiosity toward academic interest in the first 2 years. We call this stage cultivation, which means to cultivate the land, to fertilize it, and to sow various kinds of seeds. We really believe that Da Vinci will help the students to be a proactive learner in the future. Next, please.
The purpose of our presentation is 1. Sharing our STEAM education practices with you. 2. Exchanging opinions about it. As this is a first-year trial, we don't have clear targets like, by doing this, we can get this result, or clear objectives like, we want to educate students like this, or concrete planning. For better STEAM education, we tried all the best to better STEAM education. By this struggling, however, we found a breakthrough in our class activities, and our class became creative one. We are more likely to fail when we try something new before we think it so carefully. And then we get creative results, right? In a school, STEAM education was implemented in the special subject Vinci, based on the concept, tackle it fast, immediately, and without too much detail.
Here, we'd like to introduce the activities in that specially set subject, Vinci. The first one is counting fish eggs with their own heads and not relying on information on the internet. Fish eggs are concrete and they are things in daily lives. We think PBL activities should be linked with daily lives. Students are required to collaborate together with team members and fully use their thinking skills. The next one is an egg drop contest. Students are required to use scientific knowledge, creative thinking, artistic minds, communication ability, and so on. The right one is made by our students. The left one is a model by various subject teachers. This is a video of the contest. This is the meeting and development of their device. This is a presentation.
やはり割れてしまうと全てゼロになってしまうのでそうしました。そしてこの作品の一押しのところは耐久性もありつつこのいびつなデザインです。耐久性ではこの棒のところが落下したとき地面と3本で支えてくれてこの立方体のところに立方体を地面に当たらせないようにするところでもし棒がここがみじんになってしまってもこの立方体をテープとめっちゃ細かい紙でぎゅうぎゅうにして耐久性を上げたので多分大丈夫だと思います。
This is a contest. These are pictures in summer training. With the help of local research institute and enterprise, students experienced various trainings. In the left picture, they are conducting the experiment about thermal conductivity. In the right picture, they programmed the industrial robot arm to move according to their scenario. We think making presentations on each activity is really important, though these outputting activities, they summarize their learning process and results, and it can lead to deeper understanding of the learning. And they exchange honest opinions on each presentation, though it might be difficult for 12 or 30 years old students. We believe these kinds of activities are essential for Japanese students. In this activity, each group makes their own code, like Morse code, then construct device with small light bulbs to submit those signals of the code. They submit the encoded information by making small light bulbs blinking and compete in their speed and accuracy of the submission. This is an example of the communication device. Student who has studied English just for a year made presentation on their science experiment activities. Students have their own research theme. Some students made research about mathematical curved line in daily lives. The pictures here is one of their products, and the group made a presentation about this. Through these experiences, they came to realize that just understanding is not enough. Combining what they understand gives them deeper understanding of what they learned. Use of English has another function. They have to make it simple and will understand the core of the experiments. They are making presentations to Filipino teachers through Skype. They are demonstrating their experiments so seriously. This is math class. We are also doing some STEAM-related activities in our normal classes. In mathematics class, students review the knowledge of primary function using English. First, they review the knowledge of primary function. Then they do a kind of game, whispering game. One person whispers to the next person. Then the person whispers to next person, and the last person tells the answer to everybody. Then they do a group activity about how to calculate the price of water using primary function. At the end of class, they also learn variously water situations in the world with assistant language teacher. This is a kind of new way of classroom activities, which integrate various subjects. Students experienced more than the sum of single subjects.
The teachers don't evaluate the students in the bench, so that the students don't care about the evaluation. We encourage them to evaluate themselves because the self-evaluation can be used to revise our activities. We will show you the results of the class evaluation. This is the result of class evaluation, questionnaire by students. As you can see, egg drop contest, creative encryption codes are highly evaluated. We did those activities in a game style. 12 to 13-year-old students like game-based activities. These are the results of each activity. Many students highly evaluate all the items in the egg drop contest. Thinking skills and creative minds are the highest among them. Students think that decision-making skills, thinking ability, collaborative mind, and creative thinking are fostered in the creating encryption codes activity. Thinking ability is fostered in counting eggs. Cooperativeness is fostered in summer trainings. All categories are fostered in egg drop contest. Their expressions in English are fostered in Skype. Collaborative minds are fostered in creating encryption codes. We practiced a lot of activities as STEAM education for the first-year students of junior high school. These will be precious examples for future practice. Next year, we'd like to introduce some of the combination among mathematics, science, social science, music, language, technology, and so on in the second-year students. We, teachers, also would like to output activities like making presentation, sharing the information of these practices, and improve the quality of them. In the end, please watch this slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we have a Q&A session for our speakers. So don't forget that you can raise your questions via our platform. So on your way when you're listening, if you have any ideas, you can already put in your questions. And now I would like to ask our speakers some questions. It was really great to know the Da Vinci class in the junior high school. I just heard that you will be having more topics next year. I'm just wondering, will the scale of the class be enlarged next year? Will there be more students involved in the Da Vinci class?
As we said before, our school established just last year, and we have only two graders, first graders and second graders. And this STEAM education is a very brand new educational concept for us. And we just started Da Vinci and CLIL and PBL. So we would like to proceed the first year trial, and we don't want to repeat the same activities in the next year. So
I see.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank
I
you
hope
very
the students will enjoy next year's activities as
thank you very
well.
much.
Thank you very much. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you.